I was just thinking about the concept and like the vibe of grad school. So I was like 25 when I started grad school. And I remember feeling like, oh my gosh, like, is this going to feel like undergrad? Is it going to feel like high school? Like, all scared to go in because you don't know what to expect. It's master's graduate school, you know? So, it's just like a really elegant and like updated, like high school in a way. It's like a mini, no, it's like a mini office. Like if you were going to work in blue collar field, it feels like that. So anyways, you're trying to find your room if you gotta take the elevator to the second floor or whatever. And usually there's like other classes that are in your class before yours is. So like sometimes there was already a class in session. So I'm like, oh, I gotta wait out here, because like I'm always the type to go to class early because I always like to pick my seat. And I just like to have that kind of control in my environment because I know if I get there late, then it's going to be hard to pick a seat. You know what I mean? It's just like I always think fast forward, like, how can I make my day more comfortable? I need to know, let me get there early so I at least know how to navigate the building, where to park, how far the distance is, where to park if it rains. I'm going to use this parking lot or I'm going to use that one, and this one you got to pay for. There's a lot of different variables and like how close you can get it and like, go down this way or go up that way, or like, you know what I mean? As you get familiar, because you're not just in one building, typically you're like, I was between like 4 different buildings. So I remember walking in, I was like one of the first, and there's probably another girl there. So I just like sat, it's all quiet. Everyone's quiet. It's like you're in an elevator. You feel like the elevator vibe. Like, well, this was like freaking 3 years ago. No, like 6 years ago. Damn. Yeah, it was like 6 years ago. So anyways, then everyone starts to trickle in, and like you kind of feel weird because like I was 25, and then I see someone that looks younger than me, and then I see someone that's like about my age, and then I see this older woman who was like ended up being like the mom of the class, because she was older. She was like in her 50s, I believe. And she was like, yeah, I just figured why not? And I'm like, go for it, girl, because usually it's like a lot of in grad school, it's variable, but like in my ABA field, there were like about 20 in the mid 20s, like, around that age. And it's so funny too, because throughout grad school, like it was supposed to be a 2-year program, but mine turned out to be 3 years full time because the curriculum was so hard and everyone was dropping. So they just turned it into 3 years. And I thought that was real messed up because I'm like, damn, like that's another year of my life I have to sacrifice. So anyways, yeah, so throughout the years, they get married. A lot of people get engaged, they get married, they buy a house, like they have a baby. Like our professors, they all got pregnant at the same time. Like the last year, it was so funny. Like they were all pregnant all within that last year, and they were like our age. Because I remember like Charlotte Mann, she was my first professor, and